Hi everybody, my name is Spammals and welcome back to Titanic World, a series where we look at games that allow you to play with Titanic without any more stalling. Let's begin! Welcome to the episode. Today's game, while technically software, is James Cameron's Titanic Explorer, and today's Titanic is a tour of the movie set. Look at this! Remember when they came in boxes? It's not digital or anything! Right, you can still buy this. It's from 1996. I think it's probably on eBay. I don't think Amazon will have it. Look at this. The front even opens up. Isn't that adorable? You get 3 discs of awesomeness with that, but today we're just going to look at the virtual tour because, quite frankly, it's amazing. Now, anyway, look where we are. This is the docks in Southampton, berth 44. There's a gangway, and dear God, it's the Titanic! Look at that. I'll zoom this back out. Zoom! Okay, that's as much as it does. That's all it does. This is 1996. This is 20 years ago. I love that they had the foresight to do this. You don't see this very often, ever. Quite frankly, this is like, well, as close as Titanic being birthed at Southampton's ever gonna get, right? So it's totally point and click. You click where you want to go and you wait a second. Who are you? You don't belong there. You're not in period clothing. So yeah, did you ever know there are mannequins on the quayside? You got a mannequin riding probably a mannequin horse. You got mannequin people up on the balcony. You got cars full of mannequins. It's a nightmare. It's so beautiful. I mean, you just can't deny it. Like, I don't care. Modern ships, old ships, whatever ships. Don't care. It's beautiful. Bibbidi boop. Look over there. The bow is missing. Dear God, that's going to be terrible when they try sailing off. I'm sure somebody will fix it. Anyway, spin the camera around to the gangway, heading up to D-deck. The door's open, isn't it inviting? It's like it's saying, one of us, join us. Now, a lot of people like to make fun of the James Cameron film. They like to pull it apart, nitpick it, and often diverting straight to the Jack and Rose storyline, going, Jack and Rose, king of the world, blah, blah, blah. But I really appreciate the film for multiple reasons, but this being one of them. He did the quayside. He didn't have to do this, and other films haven't done it so faithfully. Looks great. Coming aboard, oosh. As easy as that, just one mega jump. Just want to do a 180 real quick, look back on ourselves. See, I bet that's a perspective none of you thought you would ever see. Unless you played this before, then you're probably going to be switching off. I don't know. Please don't switch off. Stay. Coming into the first class D-deck landing. Oh, elevators. Isn't that cool? It's neat because the set they made was fantastic. I wish that we could go visit it and tour it because it's awesome. It's a piano. We can go up to it, I think. That's as close as we're going to get. It's a bit restrictive, but again, for 1996, 20 years ago, I am not going to care because, well, we're lucky to get this. There's an open doorway over there. Let's go have a peeky poo. Wow. It's like every shot is a photograph. Like, just no matter where you turn your head, it looks great. Oh, going down to E-deck. We can't go down to E-deck. I'm guessing there isn't a set down there. As we're heading towards the first class dining room, this doorway is still open, but one more step forwards. Oosh! What's through the doorway? What's through the... They closed the doorway. It's like they knew, and there's like, oh shit, we left it open. Quick, close it! I really wish they had like a HD version of this. I was kind of hoping for the 2012 re-release of the film, they would re-release this as well, but they didn't. I'm sure they forgot it even exists, but... I don't know, I'm sure there must be like a full res version of this because they would have scaled it down for this. I mean, it is basically a 360 camera they just poked around everywhere and stitched it all together. So the first class dining room, there's only one single photograph showing Titanic's dining room, and it was taken by a man called Father Brown. He was stood more or less where we are stood now. Here it is, boosh! It's a bit blurry, it's a bit grainy, but it's the only one, and I'm thankful for the man for taking it. He survived the sinking because he didn't sink with it. He got off at Queenstown. He had a lovely trip, frankly. Okay, making our escape from the dining room, we're going to go back to the grand staircase. Spinning the camera around, we got some cherry poos. I wonder if there's a cufflink inside of one of them. I just think Adventure Out of Time is such an iconic Titanic game that everybody needs to put a cufflink in a chair right there. Oh, by the way, when I say I'm limited to where I can go, I literally can only go like so many places. And if I turn this on, boop, you can see the field. So those blue bits are bits I can click. So everything else, like over here, I'd love to go walk over there. Not allowed. Mwah. Just before we leave D-deck, let's have one final panorama. You can take it all in. Look at this. Yeah, there's that again. We looked at that, and then here's the corner. D-deck. And then here's the landing bit. With some chairs. The high level of commentary is outstanding, I know. Oh, on the columns. I love that on the wreck. Okay, some serious commentary. I love that on the wreck. This detailing is still visible. Well, at least I think it was as of 2005. But that's pretty cool. I love that shot. I love that angle. It feels like we're walking around the ship and we're looking back at holiday photographs. Okay, so we're gonna go up from D deck. Oh, to the lovely picture painting. And then looking backwards. Oh, we can see down. We can see underneath the stairwell. Now, we should go up to C deck. However, I think, watch this. Boop! We jumped to B deck. Clearly, they didn't make a C deck. Oh well. It's still awesome. It's still epic. I love it, quite frankly. I would love to marry it. A lot of bollocks was said just then. Ignore all of it. In here. Whee! It's a bedroom. It's a first-class parlor suites, B52, 54, and 56, or something like that. I can't remember, but it has its own private promenade that for reasons being we can't walk out into. Damn it! The ceiling looked like it's been photoshopped in, so I'm guessing this didn't have a ceiling on the movie set. Or maybe it did. I don't know. But it definitely looks funny. The sofa in the background is where Kate Winslet got naked. Let's rather quickly blitz through these. So into the next room, we have a Betty Boo, a doorway, a table and chairs, all very extravagant. Oh dear God, another bed has appeared, and a window into the private promenade. Oh, there's that famous room with the locked safe inside with the drawing. I see a top hat up above. Then to the next bit is a corridor. It has a toilet and bathroom feature. Oh, very fancy. And then into the final room. Oh, look at that. It's got a photoshopped wall at one end of it. Speed up the camera spinning. There we go. And then here's another bed. Actually, a very nice bed. Back this up. Whoop. I would sleep in that very nicely. Right, back out to the corridor. We can't go through the door. Back through the closed door. Makes more sense. Go, Spammals, go! The staircase cooleth. Right. Oh, geez, went too far. Back it up, back it up. Now, here's the other peculiar thing. If I on B deck, if I try to stand in the middle of the B deck, it takes me to A deck. Like, what's that about? Is somebody on the crack? Oh, whatever. What-oh. Here we go. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm just going to leave that there for a second for you guys to enjoy it. I mean, it looks great. This room's beautiful and everything, but it's missing something. It's missing a bit of pizzazz, a bit of top-shelf luxury. Ryan, get your ass in here. Play music. No. No. This is Hollywood, my man. Michael Bay it up a bit. Better. I think they said that they widened the staircase so that you can get two people side by side going up and down it. Otherwise, it would have been too squishy. Not entirely sure. But you can see evidence of widening because if you looked at either side of Honor and Glory, you got a double column going on. There should only be a single column there. Yeah. These are the facts the people love to hear. Hey, stepping up here. Look at that. It's magnificent. It's a shame I can't pan any more upwards because I would very much like to get an undisturbed view of Honor and Glory. Now, there's Olympics piece still exists. Praise the Lord. It's in Southampton at the Sea City Museum. I've had the fortune of visiting it several times. Here's a photograph. Boop. No matter where you stand, it's just an epic sight. I mean, just look at it. It's awesome. I know that's what I keep saying, but it's the truth. Dagnammit. Right, Ryan, we're done. Thank you for your services. Shoo. Ryan, everybody. Let Ryan know in the comments how much you appreciated his piano playing. Okay, stepping out onto boat deck. Dear God, there's a lifeboat straight away. Right, hang on, zoom this out a bit. Whoa. Got the first class entrance just there. Spin us around. You can see the funnels. I think the funnels are just the most awesome thing about boat deck. I don't know why. It's just, they're so iconic and they stand so tall and all the wires going up to them. It's awesome. Dear God, we've been mumbled. Who are you? I love how the ship feels alive. Like, it feels like it's in use. Like, it's in port for the day and we've come on board for a goosey around and people have just left their stuff where they last were. And, of course, this is the raised platform above the first class lounge. Those windows at boat deck level, they go down into the lounge. It's nice. Now, if I turn around, there's another open doorway. Always with the open doorways. Anyway, awesome sight, as always. But if we look down, we have an expansion joint in the deck. Looky at that. Isn't that cool? You know what one of those does. Yeah, you do. Stepping backwards as far as we can go. We can't go any further aft. Isn't that a shame? Now, that room up there, that's the gear for the second-class lifts up there. People wouldn't normally go in there. So why is the door open? Treachery is afoot. They're beginning the great switch conspiracy. Okay, we're done at the stern. Go into the bow. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, dear God. Notice passengers are not allowed forward of this point. Screw you, sign! Right, here we are outside the officers' quarters. Oh, look, the funnels above it. They always make me feel all warm and gooey on the inside. If I spin the camera around, you've got a staircase there. You've got a bridge wing there. It's the bridge! Let's take a look. Look here at that. You've got the helm just there. The bronze painted telemotor. And you've got telegraphs. And you got the other bridge wing there, and looking back into the wheelhouse. I think if we go out here, we can go in there. Click. We're in. That must have been so surreal to be stood here and seeing water coming over the balustrades, coming up the deck. Like, we are high above the water. Like, water doesn't belong here. And then you're seeing it appearing and then coming over your feet. It's just, that must have been terrifying. That must have been like the moment you're like, yeah, we're totally screwed. Okay, the wheel there. So James Cameron kept that. Can I go over here? Oh, I can. That watertight door indicator panel, that's not there. Although the flags, I believe they were there. I can't remember. Maybe. Telephones. Can we see the telephones? Telephones. So the corridor there that goes down past the officers' quarters, and if you go straight down, you'll come out on the grand staircase. But if you hit a left before hitting the grand staircase, whoop, you'll be outside the wireless room, and then it goes all the way across and back forwards again. Not all the way, because you've got a chart room here, and behind that is Captain Smith's room. Yes. Now, stepping back outside. Dear God, look at that! It's a land iceberg! Yeah, the set only faced the sea on one side. Okay, so we're done up on boat deck. We're going to head back to the grand staircase, jump on in there. I'm going to go down a flight, down one more flight, take a left, come out on the A-deck promenade. Glorious! Right, let's go forwards first. Oh. Now, isn't that amazing? Like, I've been to sea. I know what it looks like to look over the balustrade and see the ocean and the ship in front of you, and that is, it feels right. It feels nice. It's nice. This has to be the coolest thing about this whole 3D tour thing. Like, with the movie, you're limited to where their cameras go for what you can see. But with this, you have relative freedom of movement, and you can see 360 goodness, and you can see things that you otherwise would not have seen, like this beautiful sight. And it always leads to having new experiences. This is always something I bring up in these games. You see something from a different angle for the first time, and it just hits you, and it's like, oh! So that's what I would have seen. That's what it would have looked like. Or I never thought of looking this direction before. It's awesome. Like, look at that. That's awesome. Man, I'd love to go up in that crow's nest. So heading aft once again down the A-deck promenade, and it opens up, and look at that. It's beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but it's the truth. I mean, I keep getting stopped in my tracks and seeing things like this and going, oh, it's awesome. So if we carry on aft, we've got a deck crane, and we have the stern. We couldn't see this on the boat deck, but now on A deck we can. Yay! We're going to 360 panorama of this, but look at that, it's amazing. I know the sea is fake, but it looks real, and again, having been to sea, it looks right. And this is as close as we're going to get to standing on a real build of the ship. Like, even movie-wise, I don't foresee a set of this magnitude ever being built again on such a scale. So it makes it doubly a shame that it doesn't exist anymore. Sadly, this is as far stern as we can get, but there's still some fun to be had, because if I go and stand over here, so it's not quite right, but this also marries up with the photograph of the young child playing with the spinning top. Check this out. Boop! I'm afraid we're nearing the end of our tour, but we have a couple of rooms left to look at. We can jump into the caf, and would you look at that? It very much feels like a movie set. Like, I don't know, this room doesn't feel fully refined, but it does look very nice. I have to give it that. And it's nice to look out the windows and kind of get a perspective of what one might have seen if they were sat in here. However, if we do a full 180 look out the doorway, it looks terribly photoshopped. Look at that deck crane. Just looks bad. But that's just the CD. I mean, it isn't like that in real life. But we can get into the first class smoking room. Now, for some reason, this isn't a full 360. It stops there, and it goes to there. So you can't see everything. And there's quite a lot missing from the ceiling. Like, you know, where the lights go, yo? There also should have been some kind of curved couches either side of the fireplace, but anyway, who's being picky, right? Because they did good things, like the painting above the fireplace. This is the first film, I believe, to get the correct painting. All other ones have shown Olympics painting, but this one correctly shows what was on board Titanic. Anyway, I kind of think that's it. I'm not sure what else to particularly look at. There's nothing else in here. Nothing else in here. Let's go back out on deck and then we'll say our goodbyes. I forgot something! Here on the boat deck level of the grand staircase, if I look behind me, got the vestibule doors there. If you go straight over, you're out onto boat deck, but you can go in and take a right and you're into the gymnasium! Look at that. It's something to look at. It's nice. Although that's not so nice. They really took artistic license with this angle. I'm guessing there wasn't an angle for this angle because the door's missing. They got the door going back out to boat deck, but they are missing the door going back into the grand staircase. But they have included a window.
Hey, buddy.
I'm busy! Okay, I'm going to call that an episode right about there. I believe if you use the software properly, there are a couple of other rooms you can just bounce into, but because I'm accessing this tour file directly on the CD, I have no way of getting to them, so there's an Easter egg for you if you go out and buy the stuff. So hey, it works out great. I hope this has been fun and enjoyable. I know it's a bit of a different experience, but I felt it was of a quality definitely worth sharing, because it is an old, it's a 20-year-old product, and I don't know how accessible it is today. I don't even know if the software still works, but you can definitely do this tour as I have just shown. Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody!